I want to talk to you about Connexus versus Alliant versus Fairwinds. Of course, we're speaking about credit unions. So here's the overview I want you to pay attention to. So I want to first start with Connexus. So when you think about Connexus, I want you to think about a full-service credit union that's based in Wisconsin, and they offer a wide range of banking products, including savings accounts, checking accounts, share certificates, and credit cards. So even though they are based in Wisconsin, you don't have to live in Wisconsin or whatever. No, you don't have to you can qualify when it comes to eligibility. You can qualify without having biology or geography or profession on your side. So while Connexus Credit Union provides similar products to traditional banks, it's known for its low fees, competitive APYs. So APYs, that's annual percentage yields, and you also have free financial education. So this is kind of cool with Connexus. We love that a lot. So you can become a member of Connexus Credit Union if you are an employee, retiree, family member, or student of participating groups. Memberships are also available to residents of certain communities or counties in Minnesota, Ohio, and Wisconsin. So overall, when you think about Connexus, I want you to think about a very wonderful credit union worth considering, especially because the membership is really sort of flexible. So you can take advantage of the competitive rates and its accounts, checking accounts and savings accounts really offer. And so this is really fantastic. So when we think about the Connexus here, what are the pros and cons? So the pros first, you have competitive APY on high yield checking, money market account and share certificates account, account options for kids and teens. This is really cool in terms of if you are thinking about extending the financial stability to your whole family, and you have more than 5,000 shared branches and as well as a very extensive ATM network. So what about the cons here? Well, in terms of this is a credit union, so membership is required. You have high minimum deposit for share certificates. You have APY on savings account is not competitive. And this credit union requires a $100 minimum balance to earn savings APY. So this is kind of cool. But the thing is that, listen, when you really think about it, the flexibility is there. Okay, flexibility is there. And we love the fact that they have great customer service too. And now, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. So when you think about Connexus, I want you to think about flexibility. It's very easy to sign up for a membership and do your banking with Connexus Credit Union, even if you really live far from its branches. And this credit union's online and mobile tools are convenient, and its accounts for children are an attractive option for members who want to help young people in their families build a financial foundation. So this is kind of cool. And so what we love about Connexus is that they're constantly sort of improving their financial offer. Okay, and by the way, Connexus is legitimate. Okay, if anybody tells you that Connexus is not legitimate, they're lying to you. I mean, this credit union was founded in 1935 and now serves over 500,000 members in the United States. That's 500,000 people. Okay, and it really boasts over $5 to $6 billion in assets, making it the fourth largest credit union in Wisconsin, but by asset size. And the credit union is also federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, which means up to $250,000 of your savings are protected in the unlikely event that Connexus goes under. So you're covered. You're covered. This is really cool. And so what we love about Connexus is that you have to really understand. They have the possibility to sort of, they will accept you. And so once they accept you, they tend to really offer pretty generous lines of credit, not only on regular loans, but also on credit cards. So you have the opportunity to actually have a credit card from Connexus that has a pretty high limit. So you can have 5,000 of 10,000, even if you have a low credit score. So this is kind of cool. And this is a company that actually pulls TransUnion for large limits. So long story short, Connexus is actually based in Wisconsin, but you don't have to live there to actually qualify. Okay, there are other ways to qualify for membership and you can do so very easily. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Connexus versus Alliant versus Fairwinds. Now I want to talk to you about Alliant. So when you think about Alliant Credit Union, I want you to think about an online credit union offering checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, and personal loans, among other financial products. They also offer credit cards. So compared to traditional banks, Alliant Credit Union offers lower fees and higher APYs on its savings accounts. However, this credit union does not have physical branches, so you must feel comfortable banking online. So some people are very comfortable with that, some people are not. So you have to see where you are at. If you're comfortable with doing like everything via an app, you'll love Alliant. Okay, so overall, Alliant Credit Union is an option worth considering if you are eligible for the membership and you want to take advantage of high yield checking and savings rates. And anyone can join Alliant by paying $5 to become a member of Foster Care to Success. That's really important. And now, let me talk to you about the pros and cons of this credit union. So the pros first: you have competitive APYs, no overdraft fees, checking account offers dividends without high balance requirements, and you have an extensive ATM network, more than 80,000. What about the cons here? Well, there are no physical branches. Kids' savings accounts must be opened prior to age 12. And there is a $1 per month paper statement fee for a savings account. So, something to really think about. But overall, this is another great credit union. And so they have all kinds of products. So you will certainly love the fact that they have a supplemental savings. They also have a kids savings account. So children age 12 and younger can open their own high yield savings account to. So what we love about Alliant is that they're very flexible when it comes to their CDs, their kids savings account, of course, their teen checking accounts. They also have high rate checking accounts, so for adults. So this is kind of cool. So a checking account at credit union can actually at Alliant could actually earn you up to a 0.25% without monthly service fees or minimum balance requirements. This is kind of cool. So overall, flexibility is there, but also efficiency. So this is kind of fantastic. So when we talk about Alliance, I want you to think about the fact that you have flexibility. Of course, I've said this before, but where they really kick ass in when it comes to their CDs. Okay, so they could give you up to 4% if you have a CD with them. So 3-month CD, you have 4.25%. All the way to 60 months, they're giving you 4%, and in between they're giving you 5% on a 12-month CD. So this is kind of cool. Now, Alliant requires a minimum deposit of $1,000 to open a certificate, and dividends on Alliant certificates are compounded on a monthly basis, and this is kind of cool. So now they do have other accounts though. So besides personal lines of credit, they also have credit cards. I want you to think about Alliant as a full-service credit union, as a full-service bank. So they have credit cards, they have home loans, they have vehicle loans, they have personal loans, they have commercial real estate lending, they have traditional Roth and SEP IRAs, they have trust accounts, they have custodial accounts, they have life, home, and auto insurance. So bottom line here is that if you were to go with Alliant, you have the possibility to do a lot of things, okay? And the cool thing is that Alliant Credit Union does not charge, they do not charge ATM fees either. So their checking accounts offer access to more than 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs across the country. And even if you are an out-of-network ATM, Alliant will rebate the fees charged by those ATM operators up to $20 monthly. So this is kind of cool in terms of making sure that you are whole on the fee side. So this is kind of cool. So Alliant is definitely a good credit union, and it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for credit products, if you're looking for a savings product, if you're looking for checking products, and so on and so forth. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Connexus versus Alliant versus Fairwinds. Now I want to talk to you about Fairwinds Credit Union. So when you think about Fairwinds, I want you to think about a great credit union. There's actually they're constantly sort of updating or improving their products. So we are speaking about credit cards, we're speaking about loans, we are speaking about lines of credit, and so on and so forth. Okay. They also have checkings accounts, not a problem. So let's talk about the pros and cons so we have a clear idea how to really position yourself. In terms of pros, you have a credit union that's certified as a community development financial institution. So it primarily serves low income and disadvantaged communities. So anyone in the US can join. So that's really good. So part of the co-op shared branch network. And it is possible to waive to waive monthly service fees on accounts. So that's actually for the pros. What about the cons? While credit union branches are only located in Florida, you will not be able to open new Fairwinds accounts as shared branches. And there are other online banks that pay higher savings and CD rates and monthly service fees on savings accounts. So this is pretty good in terms of flexibility here. So when you think about Fairwinds, I want you to think about a credit union that offers a lot of flexibility, and they also have pretty high APYs. So we are looking at up to 1% to 2%, not only on CDs, but also on checking accounts. The only thing is that this highest yield savings and checking account, or savings or checking accounts, actually is exclusively for members with the Freedom Signature checking account. So the Freedom Signature checking account has a $25 monthly service fee unless you meet one of the following requirements every month. So you maintain an average monthly combined balance of $25,000 across Fairwinds bank accounts, or you maintain a $25,000 investment account balance through services offered by QZO Financial Services LP. So you got to have a certain level of assets to qualify. So when we think about Connexus, I want you to really think about flexibility, of course, but I also want you to think about efficiency. So basically, Fairwinds is really based in Florida, but you don't have to go to a branch to open an account. Anybody in the States can actually open an account, not a problem. And so this credit union will be a better choice if you are specifically looking for an online sort of credit union, sort of similar to Alliant, if you will. And we love the fact that Fairwinds is also constantly adding new products. So this is kind of cool in terms of flexibility. We love that a lot. And what I want to say is that when you think about Fairwinds, is this a legit credit union? Yes. Should you go for Fairwinds? Well, it really depends upon your situation. It depends upon your family situation. It depends upon your goals also. What we don't like about Fairwinds is that they're not really strong when it comes to financial education. In other words, the blog on Fairwinds website is not really as detailed as what we have seen with others, with other blogs. So if you are interested in a credit union that will help you in terms of your financial education, Fairwinds is not the one for you. But the cool thing is that they are actually they are protecting your cash up to $250,000 because they're part of NCUA. So this is really good in terms of security, so safety and security. What we love also is that they're not charging you for the fees those fees are waived every month. So this is kind of cool in terms of flexibility also. And what I want to say is that when we talk about Fairwinds, you got to really think about what kinds of goals you have. And in terms of loans, they're not really that generous when it comes to loans. Their maximum goes from $30,000 all the way to $100,000. And that's the same thing for it's the same thing for the credit cards. So the credit cards also in the variety, but also in terms of generosity, are not really that appealing. But hey, listen, it's still worth it anyway to sort of consider them for your credit cards or even your personal loans. So this is just fantastic. So what is the decision here? So Connexus versus Alliant versus Fairwinds. Which one should you go for? Well, it really depends. Before I actually explain things to you in terms of the decision, you got to really ask yourself: are you looking for a credit union with a number of physical branches, or are you comfortable actually doing your business via a mobile app, for instance, or on the internet? Because Alliant and Fairwinds both do not have branches, and only Connexus has a series of branches, physical branches. Okay, that's number one. Number two, what kinds of products are you interested in? Checking accounts, savings account, share certificates, CDs, and so on and so forth. Number three, what kind of business would you want to actually operate through the credit union? Do you want to also have a retirement accounts, like investments? Those are really important. And also, do you care about customer service? Because, as I told you before, I mean, if you want to have somebody on the phone, of course, with all those three players, you're gonna have somebody on the phone. But you're more likely to have somebody on the phone with Connexus than you are with Alliant and Fairwinds. It's just what it is. Okay. So, bottom line is, in terms of APYs, how do you care about that? I mean, do you care about the rates that they charge you? So going back to what my question was at the beginning of this show, what kind of goals are you looking for? What kind of goals are you trying to reach, really, for your family, for yourself? And so those are really important, right? So first of all, when we talk about credit unions, you have a variety of credit unions, but just make sure that the credit union that you end up choosing is actually regulated by the NCUA. So we are speaking about the National Credit Union Administration, and this is kind of cool because you want to have your savings protected up to $250,000, right? Something were to happen, something really were to happen, at least you're safe. You also want to look at the requirements for eligibility. Now, those three players, Connexus, Alliant, and Fairwinds, they are open to anybody. Of course, Connexus is based in Wisconsin, that's for sure. Alliant and Fairwinds are both primarily online institutions. So one might say, well, if you don't live in Wisconsin, it's just better to go with Alliant or Fairwinds. But that's not the case, because with Connexus, you can still qualify, even if you do not meet the geography requirements. Okay, so this is something to be aware of. So the winner here between Connexus, Alliant, and Fairwinds is, we will go with Alliant, and the second will be Fairwinds. The reason is that those are primarily online, and they offer the best yields in the industry. Of course, we love Connexus too, but Connexus has a lower yields. So Alliant is our winner, and Fairwinds is our next winner. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And to this conversation, I did a quick compare and contrast between Connexus, Alliant, and Fairwinds. And so I did the review, the overview, the decision, and now the winner. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.